certainly know how to look after us in the ACF. I'm the OC of Decoy.
OC?
Army talk, officer commanding. My name is Major Danvers Charmley. I know the chaps all with me, they call me OCDC.
So what do I call you?
Well, most of my close friends call me Major Danvers Charmley, surfer short. Now, I'm afraid we'll have to play this by ear. I do not seem to have your paperwork. It does not... It always seems to amaze me about the ACF how they can lose paperwork. As far as paperwork is concerned, our county HQ is Essex equivalent of the Bermuda Triangle. The Army sponsors the ACF, but essentially we're a voluntary youth organisation.
Catering for voluntary youth?
Oh yes, very droll. As I was saying, we teach our cadets drill, field craft, drill, skill at arms, drill, map and compass, drill, adventure training, drill, first aid, and of course, did I mention drill?
Yes, indeed. Actually, I think I might be quite good at drill.
And why do you say that?
Do you remember Come Dancing on TV?
Yes.
Well, I was in the North Finchley formation dancing team, and we were on TV in the regional final against Home County South.
So what makes you think you'll be good at drill?
Well, isn't formation dancing just like drill but without the words of command?
I must mention that to the CSM. Anyway, the difference between us and other youth organisations is that we run on army lines.
What exactly do you mean by army lines?
It's where the cadets sleep at night. When they're at CTC.
Oh, right. And what is field craft?
Oh, well, that's where we teach them field manoeuvres, section battle drills, and camouflage and concealment. Trouble is, the blighters are rather good at it, and we keep losing them. Adventure training includes expeditions where we drop them off in the wilds and teach them map and compass so they find their way home.
Do the adults have to go on expeditions with the cadets?
Oh, good Lord, no. If we did that, they'd never manage to keep up, and they'd keep getting lost, and besides, we're short enough of adults as it is. Talking of expeditions, we're also participants in the Duke of Edinburgh's award scheme.
Oh, really?
Well, he is our honorary colonel, so it seems the least we can do is be in his award.
Honorary colonel?
Yes, it means he gets a uniform, but he doesn't have to do the weekends.
Can anybody join as an adult?
Oh yes, we're open to all, just like the Ritz Hotel in Piccadilly. We're a broad church and a totally non-discriminatory organisation. It's just that we exclude certain types of people. Having said that, we do have an ex-Navy chap, Lieutenant Davison.
How long was he in the Navy?
About 5'10".
My uncle, Captain Horatio Obama, was a sailor.
Obama, so you've got Irish blood in you.
Yeah.
How long was he in the Navy?
About 5'6".
Sounds like a short service commission. How did we get away with it?
There's a lot of people asking that.
Anyway, as I was saying, we're very fortunate in this company to have a lot of dedicated adults. One or two weird ones, one or two very weird ones, and of course, Sergeant Major Elsie.
How many adults work in the company?
About half of them.
And I understand that you get paid as well.
Ah, yes, I remember pay.
And that you also have females.
Hey, who's been talking?
I know, only in the ACF's open.
Oh, yes, that's correct. Yes, that's right. I've now found out why they're called the opposite sex. It's because whatever you tell them, they do the opposite.
I saw an article in the News of the World that claimed that all ACF adults were gung-ho types obsessed with weapons and uniform.
Yes, I did see that. I can say categorically that's a gross exaggeration. All of our adults are not like that, only about 50%.
So what sort of advancement prospects are there for adults?
Well, there is the IYFF scheme.
IYFF?
If your face fits. Having said that, we've had plenty of success stories for people with fairly ordinary faces.
Yeah.
One of our officers, Scott Gaffney, started as a cadet when he was 13, and in only 25 years, he shot to the rank of lieutenant.
Gaffney, that's an unusual name. How do you spell it?
G-A-F-N-E-Y.
So there's only one F in Gaffney.
I don't think we can cope with it anymore. Colchester detachment is run by one of our rising stars, Lieutenant Lee. He has dealt with more breakdowns than I've had hot dinners.
Is he a psychiatrist?
No, he's an RAC man. We have a full-time member of staff, Captain Holmes. He's our admin quartermaster supremo. He's ex-regular army. He used to be in the RLC.
RLC?
The really large corps.
So what exactly does he do?
We've got a project team working on that as we speak.
It all sounds a bit mysterious.
Well, basically, he issues the uniforms and runs the stores, which contains everything you would ever want until you actually need it.
And who were those two officers I saw when I came in?
That was Captain Goodwin and Captain Adams.
Which one is which?
Captain Goodwin is tall and thin, and Captain Adams isn't.
A bit like Laurel and Hardy.
Yes, more like Laurel and Hardy than you could possibly imagine.
So what do they do?
Well, Captain Goodwin is our training officer. He started as a cadet and has an amazing knowledge of military history and tactics.
Wow.
He could be a military commentator, you know, like that Colonel Bob Stewart.
Oh, yes.
The only trouble is he keeps saying fuck far too much. Captain Adams was also a cadet, and he's now our staff officer. A very useful chap. He's our IT expert. In fact, he's so computer orientated that when he goes to the toilet, he says, "I'm going off to download." He even thinks Bill Gates is a really cool guy.
No. Actually, I think I might have met him before. Does he play golf?
Yes, he does.
Oh yes, I caddied for him at a golf tournament once, and he said that I was the worst caddy in the world. And I said, oh no, that's too much of a coincidence.
Captain Adams has recently taken over as staff officer from Captain Eddie Edwards.
Eddie Edwards? Eddie Edwards? Are you saying his real name is Edward Edwards? His parents must have had a sense of humour.
Oh no, his real name is Brian, but he does not like using it.
Why?
Well, it's all to do with the meaning of names. Edward or Edwards comes from the old Saxon word Ervart, meaning strong, brave, warrior-like.
Ah. So what does Brian mean?
Not very.
What does the name Sean mean?
Sean, it's an old Irish name that means not at all at all. Tell me what other interests you have.
Well, I quite like dogs.
Yes, I've got a dog. I call him CEO.
CEO? Why CEO?
Because all he does all day long is sit on his arse and bark.
My dog's a paranoid retriever. When I throw something for him, he brings back everything because he can't remember what I threw for him in the first place.
Have you travelled far to the east, for instance?
Well, I've been to the Orient.
Really?
Yes, I used to go and watch them play every Saturday.
Well, when I said east, I was thinking more of Clacton. I could do with some help there.
Oh yes, Clacton. A friend of mine won a competition, and the first prize was a week's holiday in Clacton. The second prize was 2 weeks' holiday.
My father said he'd always like to die in Clacton.
Why?
Because he always said there was so little difference between life and death in Clacton, you probably wouldn't notice the transition.
Is he still with you?
No, as it happened, he died peacefully in his sleep, not terrified and screaming like his passengers.
My father died of asbestosis. That's a terrible disease. It took 6 months to cremate him.
How did we get on to talking about death?
You started it.
Yes, I was thinking you'll have to have a medical.
What's to prove I'm not dead?
Precisely. And then you'll have to be checked over by a health and safety chap to make sure you've no rough edges.
So you have your own safety mounted, do you?
Oh yes, Warrant Officer Augustus Marmaduke Neckington Riley. We call him Necky for short.
So what does he do?
We've got a project working on that. Yeah, yes. Basically, you come up with an idea for an exercise or event and he tells you why you can't do it. Good Lord, I've just found your paperwork.
Was it there all the time?
No, someone must have slipped it in while we were talking. Yes, yes. I'm looking through your application. It seems you've never been in trouble with the police, do not drink, do not have a personality disorder. So why exactly do you want to join the ACF?
Well, I like shouting at people, and DPM's my favourite colour.
Excellent, excellent. Sounds as you'd make a good company sergeant major. Well, that's all in order. Welcome to Essex ACF. Start here Monday, 1900. Thank you and good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.